This video was partly made possible thanks to my lovely patrons. Also, Patreon, your new logo kinda stinks. Hey there, before we begin, a super quick Christmas / end of year update. Yes, I'm still alive. Since the last video in July, I've been working on both the next core video, the end of year game review, and a slew of other side video ideas. I originally wanted to get the core video out in December, but then I got sick again right after I finished the script, so recording got delayed and I figured I'd do this video idea first because this is an update to a previous video of mine. Back in 2021, I released a video where I used the Famicom keyboard and the SNES mouse on my computer, using two different adapters. It was kinda fun, but the thing is, back then I was still using my MacBook Pro from my university days. Look, I love the thing, I'm one of the few people to actually like the touch bar, and it's been a loyal companion to me for 5 years. But 2 Apple Store repairs, 1 busted up right speaker, and a random crashing issue later, I recently dug the thing back out, and it's dead. It won't turn on. Rest in peace, sweet prince. I was ready to move on in 2022 and finally graduated to a PC, which finally allowed me to play Mario 64 with RTX on, but also lets me finally revisit this setup in particular, because now I have access to a lot more compatible games than on Mac, which also means I can finally tackle some game suggestions from the last video's replies as well as my patrons. Before we do that though, this time our setup has changed a little bit. Last time I connected the Famicom keyboard using a Famicom external connector to USB adapter by RAFnet. And for the SNES mouse, I use a Retro 2 cartridge dumper, which also has SNES controller ports built in. But that's really more of a secondary use for the thing, so this time to switch things up, I'm going to also use a RAFnet adapter for the SNES mouse, specifically using the SNES controller to USB adapter. Just like how the Famicom adapter has support for the keyboard, this also has support for the SNES mouse, and even other obscure controllers like the 23-button NTT data controller, for if you need to do accounting while playing Yoshi's Island. The SNES controller to USB adapter, currently selling for $25 US, comes packaged in a similar way as the Famicom adapter, with a fancy mini USB cable included, but of course any alternative would theoretically work, and the adapter itself, though compared to the Famicom adapter, this is definitely a longer boy. Another advantage is that with both adapters being RAFnet adapters, I can use the same manager application for both of them, which is quite convenient. I should probably stress now that this is not an ad, I paid for all these myself, but RAFnet is one of the very few makers of controller adapters that actually support extra accessories, and their stuff is definitely of good quality in my experience. So with this newly updated setup, it's time to once again see the potential of using this ridiculous keyboard and mouse combo, this time with a slew of PC games. Okay, quick thing before we begin, when I was doing the screen recording, my OBS settings were somehow stuck on a low bitrate, so there's gonna be a few games in here that look terrible in motion, and I can assure there's nothing wrong with your internet connection. I'm just keeping the footage because these are my actual first reactions and I wouldn't want to redo them, so just pretend you're watching a Discord stream or something. Alright, here we are, with my Famicom keyboard and SNES mouse setup here again, but this time on a PC for, don't mind this entire mess of cables up here. Don't worry, this is just for demonstration purposes. There's a lot of adapters and USB cables going on. But, hey, I can type in Notepad, no problem with this thing. I don't care if I make any typing mistake. Well, actually, this came out way better because these keys are actually pretty small. Like and also like they're not always the most responsive thing. You're not gonna be expected to use this as like a regular keyboard, so you're gonna make typos pretty often if you just type as you normally do. According, like if I just do it like this, there we go. I typed in like multiple spaces when I hit the spacebar there. Otherwise, it works just as it should. Escape, Control, Shift. That's the Alt key, by the way. And arrow keys. If I can move between text. And if I do the symbols up here, you can actually see, despite what the keyboard layout says, I am actually following the US keyboard layout, because on Mac, when I did this last time, there was an option for you to set, oh, do you want to use a US keyboard layout or a Japanese keyboard layout with this? But here it's just defaulting to the US keyboard layout. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably show you the RAFnet adapter manager that we have here. But also, this mouse speed, this leaves a little bit to be desired. Let me open the adapter manager over here. As you can see, we have both the Famicom keyboard to USB and SNES mouse adapters connected. You know, Famicom keyboard is in keyboard mode, which is pretty straightforward. But over on the SNES mouse side, you can see we can use it both as joystick mode, which is for if you connect a regular controller to it, or mouse mode. And here we have mouse speed, which is currently set to 2. I can add, it's just 1, 2, and 3. And on 1, it's, honestly, I can't really tell the difference between the two, because like, as you can see, if I like just do like a regular circular motion, there's barely any movement on that mouse at all. But if I start to do like more exaggerated movements, that's when it like, okay, it starts to make more sense, but it's still like on the slow side for a regular mouse. So what I might do here is actually go into the control panel and just, you know, turn the pointer speed all the way up to the fast option, which feels a lot better. This is like what I would imagine a regular mouse would be on the slowest, on a like close to slow setting, but you know, ball mouse, you can't really complain. So this is the fastest as we're gonna be able to get with this mouse, which we're gonna be doing some like a 2 or a handful of FPS games later on, but we're gonna be testing quite a few games that I did not show last time when I was on a Mac, because obviously we're on a PC, we gotta use all this thing's potential. But one of the more popular comments in that last video on the Mac told me that I had a very big missed opportunity to not play Mario Teaches Typing on the Famicom keyboard. So you know what? Your wish is granted right here. Oh boy. Here we go. Mario Teaches Typing on Windows 95. Mario Teaches Typing 2 specifically. Cue the Mario head.
Oh, hello! It's me, Mario! And I want to thank you for choosing Mario Teaches Typing.
Man, are we gonna miss Charles Martinet already? Anyway, we're gonna pick a new student. I'm gonna be Mario because I'm basic. And I wasn't gonna click on it to enter my name. It just kind of like just went straight for it. So I guess I'm just like no name. Alright, we're gonna do a timed evaluation test, maybe, just to see like what level I'm gonna be at with this Famicom keyboard, okay? Mario. Alright, okay. There's like 2 spaces in between each sentence. Man, gameplay, am I right? Oh god, quotation marks. What are the quotation marks? Do I have no access to the quotation marks? Is it like, no? Oh, there we go. Percent. Okay, I just did not type them hard enough, apparently. It is where I imagine it would be, but like, no. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh my god. Okay, it's that one. Key or a $sign is like, yep, it's the same space on the Japanese keyboard. That is not the closed bracket. Nope, that is. Okay. Oh my god. The symbols are actually catching me off guard, but regular letters are fine, but like, I made like 94 errors already. I don't know how long this goes for. It's like 2 minutes? Oh, alright. I just get tossed straight back into the story. Alright, how far did I get? So this is kind of like a... Oh, it's basically just like running through all of the cutscenes in the storyboard, because it's actually kind of like putting me in a later level of the game. But it's gonna show me all the cutscenes beforehand, so if you've never seen the cutscenes of Mario Teaches Typing 2, they are something. The magical Famicom keyboard is the key to beating Bowser. This thing, right here. I gotta type the magic words onto the scroll. Okay, completely unrelated, I'm pretty sure there's like a thing in Paper Mario Sticker Star that I truly believe is a reference to this scene right here, where he types like Koopa Troopa Paratroopa and makes all those typos. I don't know. Please, someone out there, please tell me I am not the only one who believes this.
Now we go to the advanced level. Watch out for falling rocks.
Watch out for rolling rocks. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Anyway, we just like skip all the like letter stuff from the earlier levels, and we are just going straight onto full sentences. But you know, this is literally like the same way. I'm playing this the same way as like the evaluation test before this, but hey, there you go. It's Mario teaches typing on the Famicom keyboard. It works exactly as it should. Except maybe the symbols, that might trip you up. But otherwise, it works perfectly fine. But hey, I did the thing. Please clap. Okay, so last time to demonstrate FPS gameplay on this setup, I ran Portal 2 and Doom on the Mac. So this time around, even though we have like all these games also on Windows here, we're gonna try something a little bit different. This time we're gonna try PowerWash Simulator, because why not? I mean, hey, it controls exactly. I mean, this is technically an FPS, just that I'm shooting water instead of you know, vehicles. I'm gonna go clean the, I don't know, clean a car. I don't want to do a whole location because there's just a quick thing, but let's just hop right into a game, and there you go. Oh my god, the mouse. You can tell how slow the speed is, but hey, I can move around. I can press Control to crouch. I have the God Almighty Trident here to help me out. And right clicking lets me just, you know, do this. And I think I can, oh, there's no tab button here. Is there? No, yeah, there's Control, there's Escape. Escape is like the pause. But yeah, normally if you press tab, it like highlights all the dirt there is in the area. So I don't have access to that on this keyboard. Maybe there is, I'm just like not checking. Yeah, that's clear, insert, delete. I don't think there's a tab key on here. So we're just gonna have to use our instinct. Here, I'm gonna switch to the regular nozzle so you can hear the thing go ding, because I think there's a little glitch there when if I use the trident, it doesn't do the funny ding sound. Okay, there is. It's just like very quiet for some reason. There we go. Trident nozzle. There we go. Just speed run through this. Stubby gun. Ooh. Grab that. There we go. Clean the tire. Jump on top. Okay. You can barely turn around in this. So when I'm using a normal mouse, hold on. Let me just like for demonstration. When I'm using a normal mouse, like here, okay, I have the mouse speed turned to max, so this is just like very crazy. But usually I can just like do this and spray over normal mouse. Not with the SNES mouse. I gotta do it more meticulously. I can't swing my arms around like a maniac. I mean, I sort of still can. It's just slower, but hey, I am still cleaning the car. I instinctively try to tap to see what I'm missing. I don't have the see dirt button, so I can't see. Oh, it's probably like, yeah, there's this window that's barely done. There we go. Clean that. Oh, it's on the other side. Clean that. There we go. Wheels. This number plate is not done, apparently. Crouch down. There we go. And I'm pretty sure the wheels are probably like missing, like, There we go. Done. That was power washing a car with the Super Nintendo mouse. You're welcome. If I see here, they're just like A to A post there, but there we go. Anyway, power wash, cool game. Dog, the car looks so fresh. Okay, fine. I'll do an actual FPS. The closest game I have to an actual FPS is actually Grand Theft Auto 5. That's like the only one I've played that is like remotely close to a traditional FPS. So we're gonna give some Grand Theft Auto 5 a try. But usually I play this game on the Xbox controller and not keyboard and mouse. I did try to familiarize with myself with the controls beforehand, but this is gonna be a little difficult because there are some functions that we cannot access here. Like for example, I can already tell that I will not be able to switch weapons without the tab button and like the mouse wheel to scroll through the weapons. So we're gonna see how far we can get. We're just gonna maybe play one of the early game missions and see how this fares, because I have no idea how. I've never tried this before. Well, I can walk around. Oh my god, it's so dark out here, but I can totally walk around. I can not get hit by a car. All right, can I actually draw a weapon here? Because I am currently unarmed. Okay, can I? Do I have an escape? Escape. Control is the stance. Okay. Right. The number keys. I forgot. Right. Those let you like do a shortcut through the. Okay, that's cute. That's cool. So I can still aim. I can still shoot, which is kind of nice. That's good to know. Let's try an early game mission.
Hey, hit me on the speakerphone, Lord. Oh, it's like that. For sure, homie.
All right. Driving with the WASD. Let's see. Oh my god, I can turn the camera around. But Oh my god, I cannot turn the camera on time for this. Right, caps lock to activate friend visibility, but I do not have caps lock on here. All I have is just shift key, so I don't have a caps lock key on here, so that's gonna be fun. I'm totally totaling this car. Ah! Yeah, I am too used to, like, I'm too used to, driving cars with the controller, because, using WASD is definitely way more slippery to, okay, there we go. Made that jump. Made that one, too. Ow! No, get out of the way. I'm gonna lose them. Alright, so, this next part here, I'm supposed to, you know, lose the cops and all that. But, since I've already tried enough driving, I do actually want to give the combat a shot here. But, let me get out of here first. I'm just making weird movements with the, Alright, hold right. Okay, nope, get out. Nope, okay. Oh my god, this is terrible aiming with... Alright, nope. This is... Alright, no. This is not... Forget about it. I'm just gonna grenade launch everything. Whatever. Oh. And I blew up my own car, so, you know, that's fun. Anyway, that's GTA 5. Aiming is terrible on this mouse. So, there you go. Alright, let's slow down the pace. Actually, or rather, should we say, pick up the pace with a 2D platformer, Sonic Mania, because, why not? There's, like, the one 2D platformer that comes to mind. I could probably try with this, because, the arrow keys here and the more simplistic control of Sonic Mania might actually lend pretty well to the Famicom keyboard itself. So, let's give this one a try. I believe it's just like random one of the jump there. But, yep. It plays perfectly fine. Yeah, you know, who knew simplicity actually works well with this keyboard? But, you know. There is one really good thing about this keyboard, it's the arrow keys. Just having, like, dedicated arrow keys and an actual good layout, like, that's actually very nice. And, you know, works particularly well for games like this, obviously. Oh, let's give the bonus stage a try. Grab that UFO. Man, look. These arrow keys are just like so clicky. You can just hear me just going, tapping them while I'm adjusting my speed. There we go, speed up. But hey, they're not like super clicky. They just make a lot of noise, but in actuality, they aren't like real mechanical keyboard clicky, you know. There we go, easy, got him. Ah, very nice. Oh yeah, there's like 2 buttons. We're gonna try to spin dash by doing that. Oh, I accidentally jumped. That's a funny occurrence. Oh, get that. There we go. Wow, that actually like died way more faster than I thought it would. I thought I only landed like 2 hits on the thing. Alright, there we go. But that's Sonic Mania. I mean, when your game really only requires like 4 directions and a jump button, you know. It's hard not to say the keyboard's not good for it. Any keyboard will be good for it. So yeah, I did kind of forget to mention this minor problem here, actually. So as you can see here, if I just, you know, typed WASD and I kind of like mash the 4 buttons, you can see it's occasionally typing a T in Notepad there, despite the fact that I am like not touching the T button at all. I'm barely and nowhere near the T button. But yeah, it's a weird thing where if you like mash multiple buttons together, sometimes it just like randomly registers a completely unrelated button. Like for example, if I show here, if I just mash the number keys, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's gonna randomly insert an E in there for some reason, even though I haven't touched E. So that's like a mild thing. Like, oh, bad news for key smashers, I guess. If if you randomly type, there's not really like a lot of like instances where that will like, I guess, mess you up. Maybe in the case of some games where if you like do a lot of WASD movement, you're gonna randomly type a T in there. It's just gonna be weird. But other than that, if you just hold down keys, it's just gonna repeat like 3 keys all over. I imagine there's just like some problem with how RavNet software works, but so it theoretically could be able to be patched out, but in reality, I don't think it's that big of a problem at all. But it's just something interesting to note down. All right, how about we give a completely random rhythm game a try? I have on here Polyrhythm Mania, which is a Rhythm Heaven fan game. Based on I have the outdated version of it, but it's a cool fan game based on the specific like version of build to scale that was found in the first Rhythm Heaven, and it's just like has its own editor. You can make your own maps, and there's a full endless mode and everything. But I guess we're just gonna try endless mode and see how well this plays with this, because I believe it's just like, oh my god, what's the button combination? I completely forgot. I need to double check the controls again. Oops. Oh, there we go. J. It's J. Alright. Actually, let's retry. There we go. Yep, J to retry. Here we go. Barely any lag at all, I think. That's just me being early. But, otherwise yeah. Works great for rhythm games. I don't think there's any, like, really imperceptible lag at all. I can't talk while doing this, but, yep, I cannot do this while talking. This is gonna distract me from whatever this is. But yeah, I don't see any lag at all here. Which, you know, good on RavNet for making their adapter not lag. Which is, you know, what I want. Anyway, this is like redundant at this point. I'm just gonna lose. There we go. Goodbye. Hey, cool to see it works in a rhythm game. Okay, using this in a rhythm game is cool and all, but what about a puzzle game? That's right, we're gonna give Tetris Effect Connected a try using the keyboard controls. I don't think I've actually tried Tetris Effect Connected on keyboard controls, but maybe a little bit. But we'll give it a look-see. Completely immerse myself in the world of Tetris Effect Connected while there's like, oh my god, okay, wait, what? Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I remapped the controls myself. I gotta like quickly remember what I used. Okay, shift this hold. There we go. Good. All right. Yep, and those are rotate, which is cool. That works perfectly fine. It's okay. Get in the groove. Hey, I haven't really done any misinput so far, so I would say this is a good sign, actually. I hope YouTube's copyright system is merciful to this video, because, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's completely my bad. Just move directly to the next level, please. Free me from this hell. I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna live with my mistake now. Hold on. Okay, we can salvage this a little bit. Not quite. Just move on. Just finish this level. Okay, that is not completely messes up near the end on the first level, because that's obviously what I do, right? There we go. Alright. But yeah, I mean, on this standard control scheme, using these arrow keys, you know, it plays great as Tetris. I don't think this is the best keyboard to use for Tetris, but as a novelty, it's not bad. It's a neat thing to do this. So, you know. Ooh, what I want to do actually is probably put this game in VR mode and play it with the keyboard controls. That's gonna be like hard mode, because I mean, maybe, I don't know. It probably won't be as that harder if I'm using the Famicom keyboard, but that'd be a fun thing to try. Now that I have the idea for that. Unfortunately, you're not going to be seeing that in this video, sorry. I think before I get too addicted to finishing the stage in Tetris Effect, we got to move on to the next game. So, you know, let's do that. Okay, so in the last video on this, I played Super Mario 64 on a Mac emulator, And as fun as that was, and as much as I could, you know, boot up the source port on here, we're gonna mix things up a little and play something that is actually kind of more suited to this keyboard, but also kind of, you know, Mario 64-y. And you know what I'm thinking of? Yep! Let's give a Flash game a try. We're gonna actually run Mario 64 on here, which I imagine will actually work pretty well because it's, you know, it's a 2D platformer thing, and a lot of Flash games, you know, just straight up use arrow key controls, and as I said before, the arrow keys on this control scheme are very nice. Oh, that's great actually. Yeah, let's see. I'm right at home again. Playing some good old Mario 63. I talked about this game in my games review video for last year about every game I beat in 2022. And this game still holds up incredibly well. Oh, I have the mouse cursor over the thing. But there we go. Hop on Bob-omb Battlefield. Works just as well as it did many years ago. Oh yeah, right, I do have flood equipped in here. But yeah. It's quite literally just, you know, I play Flash games with this exact same, you know, setup, just with the arrow keys in a way better, bigger place. More prominent place on the keyboard, and what's not to love about that, right? Climb that mountain up here. Ow! Alright. Whoa, that ball went bouncing there. There we go. But man, I'm glad I replayed this game last year. It's still a great Mario fan game, one of the best even, I would say. Alright, King Bob-omb, here where I am. Destroy me with your bombs. Or attempt to do that. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to jump. Yeet it back at him. Or, no, that's not. Okay. Come on now. There we go. Spin by doing that. There we go. Come on. Get him! Oh, no. Come on. No! Oh my god. Oh, and he's gonna throw me off as well. Nope, not today. This is the longest I spent in this fight. Alright, come on now. There we go. Goodbye. But yeah, this just kind of feels right at home on this thing. I mean, you know, it's a Nintendo controller, technically. This plays exactly as I remember it, and, you know. Aside from the keys being, like, slightly smaller than they would be on a regular keyboard, this still controls perfectly fine. And it's actually, I definitely recommend doing this. Should you really go out there and find a Famicom keyboard and an adapter so you can play Flash games on it? That's your call. I probably shouldn't say yes. That will be a very spontaneous, random financial decision for you to make, so, anyway. Well, we're not doing the Mario 64 source port this time, but, hey, we can do another one. That is the recently released and taken down Link's Awakening remake. Technically, this is a remake, not really a port of the original, because this has, like, new features, but, yeah, this thing got released a few days ago and just got taken down by Nintendo, but we're gonna check it out, because, hey, it's the, PC port, or PC remake, and, you know, there we go, look at that. This is gonna look weird on your screen, because I'm playing this in 1440p, and you're seeing this footage scaled down, but, hey, WASD, you know, I can do the shield thing. Actually, let me pause the game to scale the... Yeah, let me scale the visuals up a little bit so you guys can see it better. Here we go. Here's the auto camera. Yeah. Link's Awakening. And this also works particularly well with, I guess, stuff like this that just requires you to move in, you know, 4 directions. Top-down games, you know. It's also simple enough that the Famicom keyboard would fit right at home on this. And, you know, this sort of has that, you know, NES Famicom aesthetic as well, so why not, since it's a Game Boy game and all. I did play the remake this year, which, the remake is actually kind of nice. And, I'll have more to say about that when I do the eventual, every game I beat during 2023 video. I have a lot of projects in the pipeline, but, whoops. Oh, look at that transition. That is smooth as butter. Ow. But hey, if anyone wants to, like, fully play through this game using the keyboard, then, you know, be my guest. It works pretty fine, actually, for this purpose. Probably should have gotten that chest. Huh. Okay. There we go. Oh, that for 50 rupees. But yeah, that's the Zelda Link's Awakening PC port. Very impressive remake. Whoever did this, you know, made this in secret and then put it out, knowing that it will get taken down, but, you know, get preserved by the internet. Good on you. You did a great job. And it plays very well on a Famicom keyboard. So, nice. And finally, just for kicks and giggles, we're going in VRChat. Yeah, in non-VR mode. Just so I could do more, you know, things that require both the keyboard and mouse simultaneously that are not shooters, just to see how well I would fare in them. I'm just gonna check out like a world or two, but here we go. Alright, here I am in Bob-omb Battlefield. If I can go over here, this is my home world. If I toggle on the mirror, there I am. That's me. That's my VRChat avatar. I am indeed Bob-omb Buddy with glasses in this world, which is kind of nice. I can still move around, jump like normal. I can look around as usual with the mouse, which is all cool and good. But I do want to go into a world that's gonna like make more extensive use of my movement abilities. So let's go check out Super VR Ball, the funny monkey ball inspired world where you get watermelons by balancing on a ball, and you get slippery controls. So this is gonna be like a big test of me using both the keyboard and a mouse at the same time to orient myself. 23 melons. Alright, next stage. Stage 2. Alright, come on. Go through those. I missed that, but that's fine. Oh my god. Oh, no. I fell. It's okay. That gives me another chance to grab that. It's fine. There we go. Go over here. I'm gonna grab a few of these. 2, that's fine. Alright, make the jump. Wee. Cool. I'm doing it very slow and steady. Nope, I fell. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, lots of melons. Okay, alright. Get in there. There we go. No! Man, yeah, it's just like... Oh my god. I really wish RavNet would just like make a... I think it would be cool if they made like a update that just like lets you severely turn up the mouse speed, because I am using the mouse on the, you know, on the specific okay. I am using the official Super Nintendo mouse pad here. And I imagine if I'm using this on a regular mouse pad, the mouse would just be just as sensitive. I know it's a ball mouse and everything, but you know, it works pretty dang fine on like things like Mario Paint on actual hardware if you turn the mouse speed up all the way, so I can't imagine why, you know, this wouldn't have the option to, like, just crank up the sensitivity all the way to the max, just, like, overdrive it. You know, that would, I think, actually work. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be, like... Alright. Come on. Got that. There we go. Nice. Alright, cool. The floor is lava? Alright, just make a run for it. No! Oh my god, I got bounced off. No, we're fine. No, make that jump. There we go. Oh my god, I forgot the railing. No. Okay, yeah. At this point, I'm not even, like, focusing on the watermelons anymore. I'm just trying to get to the exit. Alright, can I make this jump? Bomb. There we go. Nice. Alright, look back up. Roll back to the right. No. The crystal. No. Right. Space is like the last level. It's like the last part. It's gonna be like require some crazy jumps. Whoa! Missed. Good job. Okay. Boing. Okay, got bounced back, but that's fine. Okay. Forget that I missed the entire row of watermelons. Just get to the goal. There we go. Go way down. Uh-oh. Oh no, am I stuck in the gap between the platforms? Oh, no. Oh, you can jump, just if you're, like, standing still. Okay, that's good to know, actually. There we go. Alright, made it. Okay, yeah, you can jump. I didn't even realize that. Alright, here's the end. Just get through this entire half pipe, and then we'll be done. Anyway, this is a cool world. This is, like, I've played this in VR, and it looks very cool. But, yeah. Ooh, this is a very... and I fell. This is a... fun exercise to play this with the Super Nintendo mouse because, ooh, this turning. Just like, I'm pretty sure there's probably a tool out there that lets you manually crank up the mouse speed even further. So that it's not like just limited by the maximum setting in the control panel, but... Yep, we got all those mounts. There we go. I call that a win. Ooh, almost 10 minutes. Oh, there's a new set of levels that they added. Oh. I didn't even realize they added new levels to this world, which is nice. Anyway, hey, cool thing. Just a shame that the mouse movement is still not like super crazy. Like I'm doing wacky movements here and it's like still barely moving in a circle. I'm not even like turning around with like this wide of a movement. That is not right. But anyway, other than that, hey, it works still. And I think we're gonna call it for now for the Famicom keyboard and SNES mouse setup. I guess before we go, can I just quickly doodle something on Microsoft Paint to, show how I feel about all this. There! Those are my thoughts. And that's round 2 of the Famicom keyboard and SNES mouse combo. Yes, the mouse sensitivity is still kinda trash and no one would probably find this a good keyboard and mouse setup for doing actual work. But the whole point was always just to see if this stupid setup can be pulled off at all. Indeed it can, and it's simultaneously dumb and cool at the same time. I guess now that I'm finally done exploring the setup, I should probably make do on that promise I made at the end of the previous video, where I said I'd go find a GameCube ASCII keyboard controller. Oh. Look, I have like 4 other video ideas being simultaneously planned, okay? Let me get to those first, and I'll see y'all next year, hopefully with a more frequent schedule. This year has still been pretty wacky for me, so if you want to hear more about what I was up to, look forward to the annual year in review post that I'll be posting on Tumblr in the future, where I'll look back on the videos I've made and other things I've done in the past year. In the meantime, have a wonderful holiday, hope you get some good video games, and thanks for sticking with me. I'll catch you all soon, take care.